Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Let's Read Higurashi. Last week, during my recordings, I was starting to get sick, so that's why I sounded kind of off. Now I'm pretty much at the end of my sick cycle, so I'm still technically sick, but I do think I sound better. Like my throat's not fuzzy anymore, so that's good. What happened last time? Ooh. Oh yeah, we got more information on what actually happened. So what the game's telling us is that a person was murdered by I think 5 or 6 people, and they each chopped off a different body part and hid it themselves to I guess so I forgot why they do that, just for trust issues. But again, 4 or 5 of them are caught. I don't remember how much there are, and the leader escaped. And they're insinuating that these were members of the rebellion that was created to protest the dam construction because it would have flooded all of Hinamizawa. So that's what we know so far. And I'm guessing, we don't know the motives and stuff, but I'm guessing the part where a person was killed and then chopped up into different pieces is pretty accurate. We don't know if they went in with the intent to kill, or like they said, they were just trying to scare them and ended up killing the person. But we do know that person's at least an adult, right? It's impossible for any of the characters we formally know to have done it. But I do have the suspicion that the person who did it is probably hiding in Hinamizawa, and that's why the villagers just have a pact to not talk about the incident, trying to cover it up. That's why Rena and Mion were so dismissive of it, because they're just trying to follow the rules. Maybe that's one of the rules of the town. Don't talk about the information. We don't know if they actually know who did it. But yeah, that's what I think anyways. I mean, in terms of the characters we've met, we haven't met any of the girls' parents, so it could have been one of them. But again, we haven't met them yet, so can't say much of it. It's obviously not our parents, because this is the first time we've been there. We met a couple people a couple episodes back while on a walk. I don't exactly remember who they were, because they were just giving names but no sprites. It's like, there's like a farmer, I think, or a fisherman, and I think there's a nurse or something, but I don't remember. Maybe it'll come back, but I'm just assuming it doesn't really matter since we didn't get any sprites for them. And of course, I forgot his name, the quote-unquote photographer that we met. Don't know too much about him. We'll probably meet him again later. But yeah, from the information we got, we can paint sort of a picture, but we just don't have enough clues to actually start figuring out who actually did it. I think in one of the flashbacks they did say the name of the person, but I didn't check back because, again, I was sick. So I wasn't really up too much during my full sick period. So yeah, let's just get started. Continue, right? We did the tips. We ended with the tips. Yeah. This was that. Yeah, this was the information on the alliance, and this was the murder. Excuse me. If you didn't hear that, I don't know. I'm burping. I got some Diet Coke from lunch. The function of the school as an education facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. Oh yeah, if everyone's mixed grades. The only thing we can do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together. Oh, we got the gym uniforms. The classic ones. I guess these are also uniforms from different schools because of their colors. All the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but...
きっと教育委員会はこの学校を見落としてるんだろうな。
Probably. Oh, they got their own. Oh, they have uniforms matching the older girls. Oh, I missed you, Satoko.
これでいつものメンバー全員集合だな。
さて委員長、今日は一体どんな体育をやるのかな？やるのかな？
Mian harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area.
瞬発力と持久力。
Explosive
スポーツ
power.
の世界においては仲間などいない。すべてがライバル。信じられるのは己の肉体のみ。
Except in team
なんだ
sports.
そりゃ。漫画の読みすぎだろ。
Equipped without missing a beat.
てわけで、温故知新。古いながらもすべての要素を詰め込んだ屋外乱戦の王様。鬼ごっこで行こう。
Ah, Ted. I sucked at Ted. Actually, I don't even think we played a lot of Ted. We played that game, I forgot what it's called. It's like Capture the Flag. I don't know if that was its exact title. That's what I did in elementary school most of the time. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much.
望むところですわ。ノロマナケイチさんは絵の一番の鬼ですの。
Thunderhead.
僕だって負けませんです。レナも頑張るもの。今日は負けないぞ。
I feel like Ren is gonna be super fast.
なんでお前らそんなにやる気満々なんだよ。
Everything's a competition. Remember the card game?
快速第3条。ゲームは絶対に楽しく参加しなければならない。
じゃあこれ部活なのかよ。
Ooh. Everyone smirked at each other. They all seem pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. I mean, you should probably be able to catch at least little girls. Should be able to run that fast. Regardless, Mian and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage.
上等だぜ。鬼ごっこ乗ってやらー。
Yeah, that pump Kenshi. Or Teichi, not Tenchi. My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. Oh, yeah, that was a game too. I remember playing that. Manhunt, that was Manhunt, right? Where like one person's the hunter and catch them and they join your side. Yeah, I played that a bit too. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The endgame would become a hellish siege.
ここいらではこの遊びのこと
Oh,
ゾンビ
zombie
鬼って
kid.
呼んでるけど
We
ね。
called it Manhunt anyways.
なるほど。食われたやつがゾンビ
That
化す
makes
る
a
から
lot
な
of。sense too. Zombies.
なんでそんな怖いこと言うんだろう。
レナを捕まえたら生きたままお腹を食い破ってやるからな。
やだよケイチくん。そんなのや。
Rita-chan placed her hand on Rena's head as she panicked. Of course.
大丈夫です。ケイチに食われる前に僕が優しく食べてあげますです。リカ、それは全然慰めになってませんわ。
Both Mian and I nodded deeply. Deep nodding.
最初の鬼 ゾンビはどうやって決める？じゃんけんか。
一応授業時間だからね。問題で決めよう。問題を出すから答えられなかったやつがゾンビ。
But then you can never be the zombie. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from. That's sly.
6は英語で。
Roku. No idea. Island? Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated it.
だから答えるの。6は英語で。
I don't know. Oh,
6だ。
six.
なら靴下は。
I don't know Japanese.
ソックスだね。
Sots. Tushita. Sots.
アルファベットの後ろから3つ目。
X ですよ。
Oh, the English alphabet.
では性別は英語で。
I don't know. Does Japan have an alphabet? Or is it different? Because I know they do their words by sounds, not letters. Or, I forgot how my dad explained it. What does seibutsu mean?
もちろんわかりますわ。
What is it, Satoto?
それは
Oh no. Satoto cut herself off before finishing the answer. I see. It's quite a lewd question.
さとこは大人だもんね。
Oh, something dirty.
知らないわけはないよね。
Aww.
知ってますもの。知ってるもん。
じゃあ言ってごらんよ。あれだよ、あれ。あれは英語で。
さとこちゃん困ってる。
Does run a cute mode?
持ち帰るなよ。犯罪だからな。
If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Yon's pursuit was relentless, making Satoto stammer. Or Satoto.
さあさあさあ言ってごらんよ、大声で。あれは英語で何という？
What does it mean? I don't know either.
知ってるもん。知ってるもん。知ってるもん。だから。
She's almost crying.
ザットですよ。ザット。
All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoto's position. I'd probably get a ticked off and just blurt out, you know what, at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. Whoa, if you were born a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. That might be true.
仕方ありませんわね。
Satoto's a zombie.
不詳、この北条さと子がゾンビ役を務めさせてもらいますわ。
Good luck, Satoto. I believe in
な
you.
食い殺してやりますですな。
She seems like she's raring to go.
100数えればいいんですの。
100数えるのはズルするやつがいるからな。俺の問題が解けたら追ってよし。
Oh.
ケイチくん、簡単なのにしてあげてね。
Yeah, be nice.
5分の1のケーキと6分の1のケーキと7分の1のケーキを一皿に乗せました。
A fifth, a sixth, and a seventh are all on a plate.
うわ、
Not
分母が違い
math.
ますですの。
Satoto grabbed a stick in panic and began drawing a cake and fractions on the
ケ
ground.
ーキ1個を60秒で食べられるサトコがそれを全部食べるとお皿にはケーキがいくつ残っているでしょ
If Satoto, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? 0, because she ate all of them. It's kind of a trick question, I guess, for her. Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted.
よーい、ドン。
On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoto scattered.
ケイチくん、 それ問題じゃないよね。
Nope. Satoto had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eaten it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Yep. Everyone dashed off in a direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious that I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills. I mean, I would just go up like, there's a little hill in the picture. Just keep the high ground and try to avoid her with that. I mean, again, she's a kid, so she shouldn't be that fast. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it was the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over to the school grounds, I saw Satoto just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. Wahaha. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. Ooh. It stood at one of the corners of the school. So boarded up. Kinda looks spooky. But the song's a jam. Nothing can be spooky with this song then. I had clear sights in two directions, and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiichi Maibara. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. Then going after the weakest players first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning me.
さて圭一さんはどこでございましょう。逃がしませんことよ。
I shan't let you escape. But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell? Maybe some type of trail. Probably not smell, right? If I could craftily hide my tracks, there would be no trail for Satoto to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this?
どう見た？岡村。圭一さんを見かけなかったでございませんこと？
Cheating. What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tamita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it's going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just counter it in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with the ball.
すまんが伝言を頼まれてくれ。北条聡子にご両親が校門に来てるぞってな。
Oh, that's dirty.
伝言。いいよいいよ。
I stopped the girls as they turned to run off.
待て、まだ行くな。あと園崎美音にもだ。先生が校門のところで呼んでるぞって伝えてくれ。
Wahaha, I'm quite the schemer, if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoto and Mion would run into each other at the date. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine, as long as it bought me more time. Wahaha, dance for me, Mion and Satoto. In the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I'd started spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Satoto would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of my impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did it have a good line of sight, but, if necessary, I could jump off in 3 directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed.
いないね、前原さん。
Oh, they are looking for him.
そっちいた？いない。圭一さんどこだろう？お父さんが拷問に来てるのにね。
That was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one I used, gave a hint of revenge. So Mian was behind this. I was still keeping 1 step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell.
ねえねえ、圭一さん知らない？お母さんが急病で大変なんだって。
Oh, what if this was real? That would be terrible. It'd be a twist. That'd be a fun twist. I mean, not for Keiichi, but for the story.
前原さんに伝言だよ。家が火事だから急いで拷問に来いって。前原さん家にシ
Okay,
ャ
that
ンボ機が
one's
墜落したら
obviously
しいよ。
false.
警察が事情聴取に来てるって言ってた。
Anything goes
趣
now.
味は抱き枕のコレクションなんだって。
Oh. Huh?
夜な夜なベッドで抱きながら寝てるって本当なの？
Who are they talking about?
ふにふにの柔らかい感触がたまんないって。
No way I would do that.
委員長の写真貼り付けたのも貼るらしいよ。へえ。
God. This was your doing, Mion. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all of those things were true, so they chuckled together while looking for me. Oh, ha 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 ha. I win, Mion. It's my victory. Oh, ha 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 ha. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory.
聞いた？転校生の前原さんって二次元萌えの人なんだって。
The cost of beating Mion had too high a price. Ah. Oh, someone passed below. That's Rena and Rita-chan.
リカちゃんはまだ無事かな？なんとか頑張ってますです。
She looks fine.
みーちゃんも鬼になっちゃったみたいなの。
Mion? It couldn't be. She became it because of my little strategy? This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. Then, this wasn't good.
みーちゃんはなんとか巻いたけど、さとこちゃんは。さとこは土管のところを探してますから、ここはしばらくは安全ですよ。
Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rena was slumped on the ground breathing heavily, Rita-chan had started creeping up to her. Rita-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be.
リカちゃん？
Uh-oh.
何かな？何かな？
She's a zombie! Run, Rena!
大丈夫ですよ。
I had never seen Rita-chan smile so creepily before.
なんで近寄ってくるのかな？来るのかな？リカちゃんはゾンビじゃないもんね。
Oh no. Run,
怖
Rena.
くないです。僕が優しく食べてあげますです。嘘だよね。リカちゃんがそんな。
Rena was pressed against the wall, and Rita-chan lurched forward, with both arms out, just like a zombie. Rena quaked with her back pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Rena's eyes met mine. Zombie Rita-chan turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me.
いたケイちゃん見っけ
Mion popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not as good.
ケイイチさんを見つけたですって
Oh no. They're closing in. I could tell that Satoto was rushing my way. It seemed that Rita-chan had let Rena escape, and now she was barring her veins in my direction.
降りてこいケイちゃん
The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses.
お前ら怖い怖すぎる
ケイイチさんの腹渡はどんな味がするのかしらケイイチさんケイイチも僕たちの仲間になってほしいです
誰か
Rita's the scariest. She just sounds normal. I saw Rena apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for the dead. Rena! I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satoto and Rita jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tiptoed all over my body.
やべやべや
ってことはあとはレナかチャイムまであと何分もないね
のれレナ
That growl.
僕も俺を見殺しに
The feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt.
かわいそですでもこれでケイイチも仲間ですよ
It felt like I had been bitten by a vampire and was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling, being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me.
ゾンビよりなかなか奥深し
The deep mentality of a zombie.
気取ってる場合じゃありませんわ
Postulate.
レナを捕まえるのですの
Agreed.
校長が廊下を歩いてるもうすぐチャイムが鳴るよ
Uh-oh. To devour Rena, I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire. Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school
みんな
grounds.
聞いてくれレナが大変なんだ今すぐレナを探し出してくれ
前原さん家にジャンボ機が落っこちたことより大変なの
Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Mion whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame.
ああジャンボ機なんか目じゃないぞレナン地に墜落したのはなんと
What?
小惑星だ
A comet.
小惑星ですって
ああ宇宙人が作った装置でロシュの限界を解除しまず1個落としたらしい
Oh
ま
no.
さか俺もそこまでやるとは思わなかったしかも続いて今度は100個も地球軍の完全な誤算だ
The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events.
地球軍って私たち宇宙人と戦争でもしてるんですか
このままでは地球は壊滅だしかしレナの放つ大勢のマッハレナパンチなら小惑星を全て迎撃することができる
The barrage!
そう地球軍のトップエースそれがリュウグウレナなのだ
すごいやっぱり上級生は私たちと違うんだ
It seemed I'd made them fully understand what the fight for Earth was lost without Rena. That the fight for Earth was lost without Rena.
さあチレ同志諸君レナを探し出すのだ
My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There's still one person who hadn't gone.
でもたとえレナさんでも月を押し戻すことなんてでき
心配無用だ。つい先日もレナは地球に激突するはずの水星爆弾を一つ弾き飛ばしている。小惑星の100個や200個くらい音速を超える高速のパンチで一撃だ。
リュウグウさんってすごいんだ。
Satisfied with that, she also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters.
ケイちゃんの才能をおじさんは改めて知ったよ。
It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever.
しかしケイチさんもやるでございますわね。これは頼もしいですわ。
でもこの人数なら勝てる。これだけいれば勝てるよ。
ケイチはゾンビに立候補した方が良かったと思いましたです。
Rita's hands weren't stunned a bit, but I'd let her slide for now. Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed.
怖いよみんな。ケイチ君まで怖いよ。
It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. Yeah, for sure. Oh, the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the world.
みんなが何を言ってるのかわかんないよ。レナはパンチで小惑星なんか破壊できないよ。
レナ、さっきはよくも見捨てたな。覚悟はできてるだろうな。
さっきはごめんねケイチ君。だって仕方なかったんだもん。おとなしく食い尽くされるでございますの。みんなで仲良しですよ。
Rita, you're so spooky.
さあレナ、念仏でも唱えな。
And of course, Myeon's weird laugh. Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in. Associating the situation with a similar, particularly immoral one made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Sadato and Rita-chan were both whittling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rena. Rena, wanting no part of it, part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear. Yeah, it does sound kind of weird. But
ケイチ君はみんなみたいなひどいことしないよね。しないよね。
さあどうかな。
they came into a good creepy voice.
さて覚悟は決まったかな。
いいよ。ケイチ君なら。
Okay, Rena, that's weird. Though I guess it is weird to tickle Rena in a shed with her gym uniform on. The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat.
ケイチ君はひどいことしないって。レナ、信じてるし。
Ah, body, won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. Oh, the bell. There's the bell. Game over. Rena wins.
やったやったー。
Barely.
生き残ったよ。わーいわーい。
Rena pranced around merrily, as if a curse had been broken. Congratulations.
あとわずかのところで日光が差し、悪のゾンビ軍団は廃人と帰したか。ヒロインが生き残るのは映画のお約束 だもんな。
I feel like zombies would be so useless if they just died in sunlight. Because at least vampires are like super strong, right? She used postulating again.
ケイチさんがもたもたしてるから
Why didn't you guys jump too?
お仕置きしますです
What punishment? I was subdued by Satoto and Miki-chan and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles.
許してじゃあ生き残ったでしょうは竜宮レナと園崎ミオン。イエーイ
Wait, was Mion tricking the whole time? Oop, I didn't mean to do that.
あれみーちゃんゾンビじゃなかった
Damn,
の
that was smart. But I thought Satoto would know, right? I
無
thought
理して
she
ただ
might
け。
not have been.
敵を騙すには味方からって言うじゃん。
That's super smart.
うおーミオンてめ
はいはい急いで着替えないとね。次の授業に遅れんなよ。
え離せサトコリカちゃんいや
Oh my god. That's some intense tickling. Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. Chapter break, and I guess that's the end of the video. I was thinking of stopping anyways. That was fun. This visual novel is so much fun. Oops. Don't drop stuff. This is... Yeah. What's happening? Well, I'll wait until this plays out. Back home. Okay, so that was fun. It was like the episode last week about playing cards, another intense activity episode. But I enjoyed it. It's so much fun to read, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So if you enjoyed, feel free to come back. I think this is a Monday episode, so videos are every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays until we finish. At least chapter 1. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you had as much fun as I did, and hope you had a good day. Bye.